What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. For Tuesday's card, I'm going to have an MLB pickoff play for $15. Also going to have an MLB 5-pack. I'm going to have an NHL power play on the board and a Hoops and Hockey 3-pack where you can get your playoff action. So definitely lots of options for you guys. Use that promo code PICK at checkout, 15% off your purchase. The 3-day pass is actually less than buying each of the 5-pack and the 3-pack as well, and you get all the plays as well as a couple extra days worth of best bets as well. So make sure that you check that out. But we're here to talk about the 4-game NHL card on Tuesday. Some teams have an opportunity to close it out. Some series are going to be going to Game 6. We'll talk about it, though. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on Tuesday comes to us from Scotiabank Arena. It's Game 5 of the Battle of Ontario between the Maple Leafs and the Senators. I wish I didn't have to pick this one because I can tell you I'm a Leafs fan, and I hear all the people saying, oh, it's what the Leafs do, not again. Look, I think that the Leafs close it out in Game 5. I think that, they played well in game 4. It was just a fluky shot that found its way on net. Brandon Carlos screened Anthony Stolarz, and it just found its way in. The puck had eyes. But the Senators, for me, have shown no ability to hold on to a lead in this series. They had a 2-0 lead early on against Toronto. They tied it. Toronto tied it. Ottawa retook the lead. Toronto tied it again. And I think that Toronto, if John Tavares doesn't get hit from behind by Artem Zub and get knocked out and put in concussion protocol for 10 minutes, if he's on the ice for that 4-minute power play in overtime, I don't even think we're talking about Game 5 at this point. I think that the Maple Leafs can bounce back here. I think getting back home where they've been at their best this season is going to be key for Toronto here. I get it. Ottawa can afford to play a little bit more loose here, considering that, they really have nothing to lose here. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs that have all the pressure on them to sort of shake off that narrative that, they can't win and can't close out. They're 1-12 in their last 13 closeout games since 2019. I think they get that second win here. I'm going to take the Leafs to win this one in regulation. Our next game takes us to the Lenovo Center, where the Carolina Hurricanes take on the New Jersey Devils. And the big story for the Carolina Hurricanes is the injury to Frederik Andersen. Now the Hurricanes have to turn to Peter Kochetkov in goal for what looks to be at least the rest of the series, if not even further. But thing is, Kochetkov saw a healthy amount of action. I think he even saw the biggest workload of all the Carolina goaltenders this season, and he was still very solid. He was even solid in relief. He allowed the 1 goal on 15 shots and had a .933 save percentage in that game. And I think that it's just going to be business as usual for the Carolina Hurricanes. It was big that Carolina got the win on the road. They snapped their 8-game road losing streak going back to the regular season, and now they go home where they are 33-9-1, including the first 2 games of this postseason. The New Jersey Devils, they were competitive. They had a great run, but at the end of the day, this offense continued to stall as they've only scored 7 goals in this series. And I think that Kochetkov just keeps the ball rolling here for Carolina. I'm going to take the Hurricanes to win this one in regulation. I'm going to take Carolina on the puck line as well in this one. Now we head to the T-Mobile Arena, where the Vegas Golden Knights take on the Minnesota Wild. And, the thing is, I look at this series, and there's a couple like this. I can't just think of it off the top of my head, but, there's a couple series where both sides don't have what I would feel is a world-class goaltender as their number one option. And I could probably name 10 goalies that are better than the 2 starters that we have in this game. And that's not to knock these 2 starters for Vegas and Minnesota. I'm just saying it's not like you have like an Andrei Vasilevsky here, a Sergei Bobrovsky and the like, and it's shown as we've seen goals aplenty in this series. I mean, we saw 6 goals in Game 1 and 7 goals in each of the last 3 games, including the 4-3 overtime win for Vegas. in Minnesota last time out. Now Vegas has stolen home ice back, but we have seen Minnesota be competitive in this series. I mean, heck, we're a tenth of a second away from Minnesota being what 4-0 on the plus 1.5 puck line in this series. So maybe you could expect that. Maybe see a 1-goal game here. I don't want to take the chance in case Vegas snaps out of it and comes to play in this one. But I am going to go with the over once again. I do think we see some goals. This has been one of the more exciting series in the first round so far, and sort of the one of the more back and forth ones as well. And I think we get a higher scoring game once again. So give me the over between the Golden Knights and the Wild. And our final game on Tuesday's card takes us to the Crypto.com Arena, where the Edmonton Oilers pay a visit to the Los Angeles Kings. And so far in this series, home ice has been dominant. And to be honest, I think it keeps going again here. The thing about the Edmonton Oilers is that they've frankly capitalized on the Kings' mistakes in this series. And that's, what you kind of have to do at this point in the year. You have to be able to take advantage of what the other team gives you. And the Oilers have been a great team at doing that. I'm not going to take anything away from Edmonton, and I'm not going to, sully the first 2 wins they've had in this series. But realistically, if the Kings don't make one of the worst challenges, if not the worst challenge that I've seen since the challenge rule was instituted in the NHL in Game 3 and collapse in the third period in Game 4, we may not even be talking about this right now. The Kings could have easily helped. Maybe we could at least be talking about a 3-1 series, because the Kings, like I said, blew it in Game 4, and who knows how the Game 3 would have shaken out had Los Angeles not challenged, lost the challenge, and had the Oilers score within the first 10 seconds of the ensuing delay of game penalty. So I'm going to go with the Kings to defend home ice once again here. Like I said, the home team has won the first 4 meetings between these two in the playoffs, and I think we make it 5 straight here. Give me the Kings on the money line to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, head to Pickdawgz Premium and click and use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys.